So I've already prepped my nails, done my cuticle work, put my primer, dehydrator, and base coat gel. Sorry, my workstation is such a mess. It's because I was not sure how these nails were going to get done, but I think I figured it out. So this is kind of like my marble attempt too, but it actually kind of worked out this time. So I'm going to show you guys what colors I'm using. So I'm pretty much using all Makartt shades. I'm using their 202 in orange and their bright white, which I mixed together to get this sort of like pale orange color for my base. For the pink, I'm using from the pink set 384. I'm also using the 201 red. I'm using the clear, to clear cap the designs. And I'm also using like the white by itself, not just mixed in with the orange. And that's just so it can get so I can like, I don't know if you can see it, but there are like slight swirls of white in there as well. So with that being said, we can go ahead and get started. So basically with all the colors that I mentioned before, all I'm doing is just randomly swirling and placing them on my nail with the spatula. Like as you can see, I am randomly placing all of the colors, and I did this for each and every single nail, and I tried my best to just apply them extremely randomly because I find that marble polygel nails come out the best when you kind of don't have a rhyme or reason for how you're applying it. Just put it down and see where it goes, and then after all the colors are put down, I just take the end of my spatula and swirl it around. I know it looks a mess right now, but trust me, once you start patting it down, and I'm taking the slip solution and I'm just patting it down, the colors blend together beautifully to give you that really sick, cool looking marble effect. And I'm just patting down the polygel and also cleaning around my cuticle. My cuticle has always been like the number one thing that I've needed to work on, and well, I guess number one or number two thing I've needed to work on with polygel nails. But I think this time around, like, I've done the best cuticle work that I have ever done, and I pat myself a little bit on the back for that. But pretty much I'm just gonna cure that once I get it to where I want it to. Just flash cure it under my little LED mini lamp, and then I am going to show you the process again on my pointer finger and my pinky finger, and literally just doing the exact same thing, applying the colors randomly, alternating where I apply the orange, the pink, the red, how much I apply of certain colors, how little I apply, swirl it around using the end of the spatula, and then taking the brush side of the spatula and patting it all down so that it smooths out and can blend well together to create that final polygel marble look. And honestly, these are some of the favorite nails that I have ever done. Like, I love them so much. But pretty much you're just gonna want to repeat all of these steps on all of your nails. It takes some time, but trust me, it is worth it. And I do recommend getting a little mini LED so that you can flash cure in between doing your nails, just so that way the polygel won't move around or you don't accidentally touch the polygel and mess up your design. And then once I have finished with my pinky finger, then I'll put my entire hand into my big lamp and I'll first cure it for 90 seconds and then I'll cure it again for another 30 seconds just to make sure that all of the polygel is cured. And then now you just see me here clear capping it. I put down some of the clear polygel and literally kind of just doing the same process, smoothing it out, trying to get it as even as possible. That's definitely something I need to work on, is just the evenness on the surface of my nail. But again, we're getting better. I mean, we did bomb cuticle work, so next step is to make sure that the evenness and smoothness of the nail is there. But I'm really just, I do the clear coat, like clear capping 2 nails at a time, just because I find it a lot easier, and you know, it's not as much work because you're not dealing with several different colors. But I will make sure to like flash cure it under my mini LED lamp before literally repeating the same process of, once I am finished with my pinky, sticking it into my big lamp and curing it for 90 seconds and then an additional 30 seconds. Then I just go ahead and take some alcohol and use that to really get off that tacky layer of the polygel, so that way I can begin to file my nails down. And I first start off with the hand file, as always, just initially getting the shape down that I want, because I can work on the smoothness of the surface of the nail with my E-file. But pretty much you just see me here filing my nails. I show you a couple of nails. I just really have to get better with showing you guys how I file my nails with my hand file on camera, because the camera isn't directly like where I guess my face is, if that makes sense. So I like to bring my hands like extremely close to my face, so whenever I do that, I end up either going out of frame or you just don't see my hand at all. But as you can see, I am just filing the sides and filing the tip of my nails using the hand file. Next, I move on to my E-file, and first I start off with a cone-shaped cuticle bit. I used like a thicker one in my last one, and I found that it's just too thick to get as precise as I need it to. So I was able to like find this other one from an old kit, or maybe this was just like this cone bit was from the kit that the E-file came with, but it is amazing. And so I basically am just using that to go all around my cuticles, just to file them down close to the nail, make sure if any extra polygel got on the sides of my nail, to make sure to file that down, and pretty much just filing down my cuticle areas on all of my nails. Then after using my cuticle bit, I changed to my sanding bit, and this is where I do a little bit more like sanding and smoothing over my cuticle area, but then I mainly focus on the surface of the nail just to get it as smooth, even, and shapely for the top of the nail as I can get. I prefer like a sanding bit over all the other fancy complicated bits, probably just because I'm really new to e-files and things like that, and I'm still working out how to use e-files and stuff. But I just find, especially for beginners, using a sanding bit is so much easier because it's a lot more forgiving, because it doesn't take off so much of the nail immediately, so you can really like sand, check your work, sand, check your work, and it's gonna take it off a bit slower than, you know, some professionals might want. But for someone who's a beginner, you want that slowness, so then that way you're not taking off too much of your nail at a time. And also, just to mention, once I finish with this sanding bit, I just go back in to make sure that that shape is secure and finalized by my hand file. And then once I'm done with the shape, I go off and wash my hands of all the dust and debris. And then for the finale, once all my nails have been shaped and filed, I like to apply the base coat and the top coat. So I apply just a layer of the base coat to all of my nails, stick that in my lamp to cure for 60 seconds, and then once the base coat is nice and cured, I just take that top coat, apply it on top of my nails, stick it back in my nail lamp, and cure it again for another 60 seconds. Then to finish off my nails, I am just taking some cuticle oil and applying it on all of my cuticles and nails just for a nice healthy cuticle and healthy shine. And that is all for the nails. I hope you guys have enjoyed this polygel tutorial. Please remember to like, share, comment, and especially hit that subscribe button and press that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload. And remember, when we comment, we want to bring people up and not bring people down. All right, guys, bye.